Okay. Now I think now we are set. So good afternoon and welcome to this session. My name is DidyFx. Now we are going to do something, a brief session about my trading strategy, how I analyze the market. And I know you guys are aware about TradingView and how to use TradingView. Currently, I don't have my speakers in place, but I'll sort about the speakers because I can't hear my own sound. What I'm recording actually. You the one you are the only people who can hear, but when you have a question, you can just you can type here. I hope you can see the message. You can just type there. I'll open the mic. We do more. We do more discussions after this session. So I want just to do a straight class without distractions, without so many questions, to see if you guys can grab something. Now, remember, guys, we said we are using TradingView. Remember, we use TradingView as our platform where we do our analysis about the market, what is happening in the market. Yeah, then we can know when to buy, when to sell. We can make our judgment based on what we see and the knowledge that we have. So, generally introducing you to my strategy. My strategy is based on support and resistance. That's where my strategy is based on support and resistance. For instance, support and resistance, we said to identify the support area. Support areas are these areas where the market came and retested several times. On a downtrend, when the market came and tested several times, this is my support zone where the market also reversed. You can see there was the market was bearish, there was sales, and when to go to this point, this was the last point where the market touched. Some people call it lower lows, yeah, and according to me, I call it my support zone. This is my support zone. Other people call it lower low because this is the lowest point where the market reached, and this is the highest point where the market is right now, not generally where the price was or where the price has been, but this is the latest resistance zone. So I'm calling it a resistance zone because so many candles have been retesting at this area. So because of these retests, you can see all these candles are hitting this point and they are reversed. All these candles are being reversed at this area. So this becomes my strong resistance zone. I hope you guys can get. Now my strong resistance zone can be my sell zone also. My support zone can be my buy zone also, because we expect the market to fly from this resistance zone to shoot down to my support zone. Then when the prices hit my support zone, I'm expecting to do some proper buys. Yeah, depending on where generally the market is going, whether the market is on a bullish trade or the market is on a bearish trade. So if the market is generally on a bullish trade and the market comes and retests at our support zone, we expect this support zone to be our buy zone also. So at this area, if the market decides to break above this resistance zone, we can call that area our support zone. It will no longer be our resistance zone, but this time it will be our support zone. Then our resistance zone will be the next point where the price reached. So for now, this is our resistance zone and this is our support zone. I hope you guys can understand. You can shoot your questions on WhatsApp, please. You can shoot your questions on WhatsApp if you have any issue. Because I can't see, I'm recording this session, so I can't see your comment. I will not be able to switch to see your comments. But you can switch on WhatsApp. You can text on WhatsApp. Yeah, you can also call me on WhatsApp ukikuwa na issue before we close, before I open now the platform for questions. But for now, let's just tackle it the way it is. So this is now my resistance zone and this is my support zone. So what am I expecting here? So I'm expecting this market to come and retest again at this area. I'm expecting the market to come retest at this area, then come down to our support zone. So which candles will I be looking for, or which direction will I be waiting for the market to take me? I'm waiting for the market to give me a confirmation down here. If I get a very strong bearish candle, remember we said the market moves either on a bearish trade, up trade, or the market is consolidating. But for our case, the market has been consolidating here since the morning, because this is Tokyo sessions. Remember we said the market, we have three major market sessions, and I'll talk about that. We have three major market sessions. We have the Tokyo, which starts at 3 a.m. We have and ends at 10 a.m. Then from 10 a.m. we enter now into London session, which currently we are in now. As we record this video, we are now in the London session. Then after the London session, which is ending at around 4 p.m. Then from 4 p.m. now we enter for the New York session. So now the guys in USA, now that is the market. That's when a lot of volume and traffic comes now from the people in USA during that New York session. So our New York session is starting at 4 Kenyan time. Yeah, so we have those three major market sessions, remember. Now, so currently we are in New York. We have 1 hour remaining so that we can enter now into we are now in London. We have 1 hour remaining so that we can enter into the New York session. So now let's now go to the other point. So we are waiting for the market to see we are waiting to see if the market will come and give us a confirmation here. A confirmation here will be a very strong bearish candle. Then we can wait for the next candle also. If we get another strong bearish candle like that, then the candle will close below the previous candle. If the latest candle breaks below this area, then we can now enter for our sales and focus on where, and our take profit would be at this area here. So so we are trading between support and our resistance. So if the market doesn't break above this support resistance zone, then we are waiting for confirmation so that we can go for a what, for a sell or a down trade. So for now, remember the market is consolidating. That's what I'm saying. The market has been consolidating since the morning. So we are just waiting for confirmation to see if we can buy or we can sell. So that's why we also always say patience is key when it comes to forex trading. Patience is very key. Patience is very key. Never rush the market. Never chase the market. Just because you can hear everyone is saying let's buy. Oh, it was a nice buy. Now you decide also to enter for buys. You have to be very, very categorical with what you are doing. Okay, sorry guys, I was sorting something. Yeah, so we can continue now. We can continue. I hope you can hear me. Remember, the class is also live on YouTube. The class is also live on YouTube as we speak. So we are just waiting for. We said we're waiting for confirmation. We said we are waiting for confirmation at this area to see if we can get in for some sales or buys. Now, how do we get a confirmation for buys now? For instance, how can we get a confirmation for buys at this area? How can we get for some confirmations at this area? Felix, kama unanisikia unaweza WhatsApp ndo nijue kama niko sawa, kama sound iko sawa. Felix, just WhatsApp me nijue kama bado tuko on. Felix, please text me so that nijue kama tuko pamoja. Sawa, hapo sawa, kama tuko sawa. Hapo sawa. Thank you Shiro. Mili, thank you so much. Now this is now our consolidating zone. This market has been consolidating here for the longest time. Since the morning the market has been consolidating here. So we said we are waiting for a very strong bearish candle to give us a momentum for sales. Now if you want to buy, we are waiting for any candle that will close above this area, any candle that breaks above this area and closes with a body. Remember, the only confirmation we can get so that we can know if we are buying or we are selling, we are waiting for any candle that will break above this area, any candle that breaks above this resistance zone and closes with a body, remember to underline that. Any candle that closes above this area and closes with a body, remember that's now a confirmation that we have already broken this consolidating zone. So this is now the confirmation that we are waiting for, to see if we can now enter for sales. Like as you can see at this area, I can already see some confirmation for sales, but we just wait. Patience is key. We just wait. Remember, the market may not be moving so smoothly as we enter now the London session, as we enter now the New York session, which is 50 minutes away. So remember, the market might not be moving so much because the market has been consolidating since the morning. So we said for us to enter for a buy here, we are waiting for any candle that will close above. Remember to underline those three major parts. Underline the word candle, underline the word break above or below, then underline the word body. So if our candle decides to break above this resistance zone here, if our market the price decides to break this resistance zone and closes with a body at this area, if it breaks with a body at this area, then it's a confirmation for what? For buys. So sometimes there can be something like fake outs, but during fake outs, that's why we always advocate for proper risk management. And the proper risk management entails something like proper stop losses, take profits, the right lot size depending on the size of your account, something like that. That's what I say about that's what I call proper risk management. But I'll tackle the entire topic about proper risk management sometime. But for now, let's just underline the word break above or below, underline the word candle, underline the word body. So if our candle closes with a body, remember we said we have three major parts of a candle. We have the three major parts of a candle. We have the upper wick, that is the upper wick. We have the lower wick, and we have the what? And this is the body. So we don't get confirmation from wicks. We don't get confirmation from all these wicks. The only confirmation that we get for a buy or a sell is a confirmation with a what? If the market breaks with a what? With a body. That's the only confirmation that we can have, so that we can now enter for buy or we enter for sales. So for now, we are waiting for any candle that will close above our resistance zone, since this market has been consolidating here. Now let me remove this indicator so that we can see how we can tackle that resistance zone. Let me just remove everything. So let's see how you can tackle that resistance zone. Remember this, what I always say, you highlight the highest point, the body touched the highest point, that is the highest point, and this is the lowest point. So I highlight that entire area like that. Remember the tool that I'm using the rectangle tool from the tools here. So I'm drawing using the rectangle shape from tools. So I'm in brush, I'm in shapes, I'm using the rectangle. Remember I have highlighted the highest point here. This is the highest point. Yes, this area here. And this is my lowest point. So that's where I highlight. So I highlight that entire area from here where I can see this consolidation started. I can even highlight to that area, because you can see that entire area the market has been playing games. Those who have been watching the market since morning, the market has been playing games from that side, from that time. So we are waiting for confirmation at this area. We are waiting for confirmation at this area. So if the market breaks above this area, if the market breaks above my consolidating zone, and the price closes with a candle, a very strong candle, not really strong, but if I get a nice candle that closes above this area with a body, not a wick, I said we don't get confirmations from wicks, we get confirmation from the body. So if it closes above this area with a body, then this is what we are waiting for. This is what we expect. If it closes above with the body, this is what we expect. We expect the market has come, it has closed at point A with a body. Now the next candle must come down to retest at that area. Then your entry can be at point B here. Your entry should be at point B. Now you can enter now for buys from side B, from B. Then you can you can enter for buys at this area, and this area here at point A, this will be your TP1, take profit 1, as you proceed. I'll show you how to identify on another video. I'll show you how to identify how you can identify your take profits and stop losses. So at point B, it will be my entry point. A will be my take profit, and this area here down here will be my stop loss. But for now, let's just see how we can enter for buys or for sales. Just very simple. So for us to enter for sales or buys, remember we've said, and I repeat this again and again, remember we are waiting for any candle that will close above above this consolidating zone. We're waiting for any candle that closes above this consolidating zone. If it breaks with a body, we wait for the next candle must come down to retest. And some pairs like gold, sometimes it doesn't do much about retesting. It can just come down to that level and decides to fly again. But normally the market must come down to retest at this area to touch anywhere where there was that resistance zone. Then you can base your entry from this area. Now you can enter at this point B. Now with the third candle, and target point A is your TP1. Then TP2 should be at point C. As you continue. So generally that's the confirmation that I'm waiting for, so that I can enter for buys or for sales during this New York session, which is coming up in 44 minutes. Now how can we enter now for sales? How can we enter for sales? How can we focus on sales now? Now for us to enter for sales, now this is what we are waiting for. To enter for sales, we are waiting to see any candle that closes below here. We are waiting for any candle that closes below this resistance zone. Any candle that closes below this resistance zone. That's the only confirmation we're waiting for. Any candle, bearish candle that closes below this area. And remember, we've said the candle must close with a what? With a body. And I repeat, we said you must underline these three parts. Close below or above with a what? With a body, not a wick. So we are waiting to see any candle that closes below this area with a what? With a body. Now we can enter now for sales. Now, so the market, this is the behavior we are waiting for. The market to come, break, close at point A with a body. The next candle must come down to retest. Then you can base your entry at point B. Then you'll be targeting this area here because of this impact here. You'll be targeting this as your TP. Either this TP1 at point A, TP2 at point C, TP3 at this area here. That area here, that will be my TP3. So my argument now, what are waiting for? We are waiting now. We are sitting down to wait to see if we can enter either for buys or for sales. So we've trapped the market already. We've trapped the market. We are just waiting for confirmation. Remember, patience is key. You don't have to chase the market simply because maybe there was some nice sales and you never noticed, or you never got an entry. Then you find the market is flying on sales or buys. Then you also decide to follow the market. Remember, never do that. Never chase the market. Always wait for the market to give you a nice setup so that you can make your decision to buy or to sell. Always wait for the market. It will always give you a setup by itself. You don't have to chase the market just because you can hear everyone or someone so and so is sending you signals to tell you buy and sell. You need also to see by yourself and do your confirmation before you take any entry. So never rush or chase the market. Now, any question before we continue? Any questions before we continue? Any question? You can shoot your question on WhatsApp. Remember, guys, to follow me on TikTok, on Instagram also at DidyFx. Any question, you can type your question in the group. Those who are watching, please, I can see your question mainly. Any question as we wait for the market to give us a nice confirmation? Those who are trading, you can confirm from your end. So Millie is asking which time frame I'm using. Now currently, because I'm scalping, I'm on 15 minutes time frame. But for clear confirmations, when the market is really consolidating, like we can see, we can go as low as 5 or 1 minute. If you are not patient enough to wait for the market to give you an entry, you can always go to lower time frame. If the market is consolidating in 30 minutes, if the market is consolidating in 15 minutes, if the market is consolidating in 5 minutes, always go to the lower time frame from where you are. So I'm in 15 minutes. So if I want to enter, if I'm not patient enough to wait for the market to give me an entry, I want to force my entries, you can go to lower time frame like 5 minutes or 1 minute. There is always a movement in that lower time frame. As you can see, in 5 minutes, there is no consolidation in 5 minutes. If you go to 1 minute, you can also see the market is moving normally. But since I'm used to using higher time frames like 15 minutes, I always sit down and wait for confirmations. But if you want to force yourself into the market, now you can use lower time frames like 5 or 15 minutes. That's what I can say. Now someone is asking about, I hope you are answered. So for now, I'm using 15 minutes. But for confirmation about my entries, you can always go to lower time frame like 5 minutes. When the market is really playing games, I always use 1 minute or 5 minutes. But my target is always on small entries. I can enter just for one market. I can enter for a trade in just 1 minute. Just one trade for 1 minute. So within a minute, I take my trade, I take my profit or losses, then I leave the market. I don't hold for long when the market is consolidating. When you get an entry using lower time frames like 1 minute, you don't expect to overstay in the market. Simply because some people focus on time frames, you forget about the higher picture, the higher picture where the market is going. I was arguing with one of my students who was saying you don't have to go as far as a daily candle, you don't have to look at the weekly candle, you don't have to look at the 4-hour candle if you are scalping. But I could not take his argument because I want to know the trend. I want to know where the market is going first so that you cannot trade against the trend. So I need first to identify where the market is going. Is the market bullish or is the market bearish? You need to identify that. Is gold buying? Let me just use that language. Is gold buying or the all gold is selling? I sometimes even get my entries using daily candle and I don't mind. I can look at the daily candle and I enter the market. In the morning I was doing a buy on gold and I was using 4-hour time frame. So I landed on a very big loss because so much was happening in the background. But I knew my main focus was on my point. I marked my point and I knew that's where the market is going. That's where I'm targeting the market to hit. So I had a lot of confidence, though it was a very risky one. It was a very risky buy, but at least I ended up with the and I ended up closing the trade with more than $1,000. So you need to be very keen when identifying your buy zones and your sell zones. Now Kate is asking about how do I identify my entries. Where do I get my entries? Show us how to layer entries. Show us how to layer entries. Now for my entries, allow me to clear this chart for now. Allow me to clear this chart. Now for my entries, remember I said I can start with as high as a daily candle, but for now I'm going to start using a daily candle. I can go as far as a weekly candle, even the monthly candle, to know where the market is taking me this month. I can go to that extent. So for now, I'm starting my analysis using daily candle. I want to show you how I do it. I'm starting my analysis using the daily candle. Remember, using the daily candle, I said this is my own, let me say, discovery or my own strategy that I managed to hack, and it's been working for me. Then I came across mentors and people who are still using same strategy but different approaches, but at the end goal is we are heading to the same direction. So I always identify my possible reversal areas. So my reversal areas are based on where the body closed, where the candle closed with the body. That serves as my my retracement area. So identify anywhere where the market closed with a what. Identify any area where the market closed with a body. So let me mark all those areas. I'm using my trend line. So I mark like this area, the candles closed at that area. So that is my area. I'm expecting the market to reverse or consolidate all to just break above this area so that I can continue with my buys or something. So I'm expecting a lot of reversal here, a lot of movement around this area. So that's why I'm marking that area. Now today's candle, I cannot mark the candle because the candle is not yet closed. So I don't have to mark where the candle is now, but I'll go down to the other candles like this area here. I mark this area like this. I'm going to mark this area like this because we are using because I'm using a higher time frame. I should not ignore any area. I should not take for granted any area. So this area also serves as my area of interest. This area here serves also as my point of interest also. And yes, this area also, this serves as my area of point of interest also. Yes, so we have those major parts. I will not go further to this area because this is daily candle, and since I'm scalping, I don't have to go to this area here. Now I want you to mark this. I want you to remember this. Anywhere I've drawn those lines. Anytime the market comes and approaches my line, I'm expecting the market to consolidate or to play games or to reverse at that area. So those are my points of interest first. Anywhere where the candles closed. Remember we said the Forex market repeats its own trade all the time. What happened yesterday when the market approaches, when the price approaches that area, we also expect the same to happen. We expect the market to reverse at that particular area. So so I've marked my points of interest. Now I go now to lower time frame, like 4 hour time frame. I go to 4 hour time frame. Now have this in your mind that anywhere we do all those lines, when the market is approaching that area, there must be some games. Either the market consolidated, either the market reversed at that area. So this is when you go now to lower time frame, like 4 hours. Now you have to adjust your zones because you cannot be 100% accurate using the daily candle. And I want you to look at this trend here. You can see when the market touches my line, the market has always been reversing and consolidating. No candle that closed above this area. But when I got a candle that closed above this area, remember my strategy: when the market closes above this area, the next candle must come down to what? To retest. Then I can enter at point B for my entries there. Point B should be my entry for buys. So the next phase we are waiting for. Sorry. Now look at this other example here. Look at this other example here. This line I drew using my daily candle. So you can look at this. If I extend the lines like that, you can see this market came and all these candles are reversing after touching my line. So this is already this was a support zone here. This was already a support zone. They retested severally. They formed a liquidity here. So there was some liquidity at this area. So when the market touched at this area and retested with several candles, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 7 candles retested at this area before we got this bullish move here from this candle. So it means that was a very strong area. So that was our point of interest. So the market decided to change direction at this particular area. Now look at this other candle here. The market was very bearish. There was a very strong bearish move. But when it hit our line here, when it approached our line here, the market was reversed instantly. The market was reversed. So after reversal, what happened? You can see this candle here decided to reverse. Then this candle here, this bullish candle here, was the game changer. So that was the confirmation now for buys again. So this remains still to be our support zone. This still remains our support zone. So where are we targeting? My buys in the morning, I took some buys at this area before it went crazy on me. I took some buys at this area. Then the market decided to reverse because I was targeting this area here. This was my TP. Those who remember, this was my TP, and this area here also. Yeah, around 29.16, 29.18 there was my TP because I was expecting the candle to correct this entire candle here, which was yesterday's candle. So these are my points of interest. So I'm waiting for the market to, since the market previously reversed at this area, I also have to mark this area also. The market reversed at this area. I also have to mark that area again. That is another point of interest. So my take profit is here. So if I took a buy in the morning from this area before I closed my buys, if I had the time to hold my buys, this could be and this was my TP, because I thought it could correct that candle during Tokyo, but there was a lot of games and emotional damage in the morning. So this line here, because the market changed direction at this area, remember I'm marking the body, I'm not marking the wicks. This area also I'm marking the wicks. So this very line here, you can see when the market touches my line, the same thing is happening before this candle also closed at this area. So I'm expecting the market to come, touch my line again, and do what? Either give me a confirmation for sales, the market will come, touch my point, come back. Now the market will come, get reversed, come back to retest, then I take my sales from here. So I'm waiting for a bearish move here. I'm waiting for a bearish candle at this area here. Matthew, I can see your question. Pick up Matthew. Very nice trader. Trading USD JPY. Big up Maze. So I'm waiting for bearish move from this area. If I get a bearish confirmation from this area, I will wait for the other next candle to retest. Then I make my entries for sales at point B. And all these areas will be my take profits, because I say these are my points of interest, possible areas where the market might come and decide to change direction. So this will be my TP1 at this area, TP2 at this line here, take profit 3 at this area here, and C will be my take profit 4 if the market decides to come all the way down to C. So that is now my confirmation for sales. Now how do I get confirmation for buys again? Now if this candle comes and so if this candle comes and breaks above this area, remember this line is based on my previous analysis where the market came and retested or reversed. So I'm waiting for the market to come. I'm expecting the market to come, break above this area, and close with a what? Close with a body at this area. I'm waiting for the market to close at this area with a body like that. After closing the body like that, I'm expecting the market to do what? To come back, retest, then I do my entries at point B and target where? And target this area. So those are the two confirmations that I'm waiting for. Now as we enter now the New York session, what are we waiting for? What analysis are we waiting? We are waiting for the same. But since I'm using higher time frames, we can go to lower time frames for people like Matthew and Kate, who like scalping a lot. So now we can now go push down to 1 hour now. Remember we started using the daily candle. We are now we went down to 4 hours, and now we are in 1 hour candle now. We are in 1 hour candle. We are in 1 hour candle for now. Yeah, so now as we enter now the New York session, what are we waiting for? Let me first remove this area. As we enter now to New York session, remember I said we started daily, we went down to 4 hours, we went now to 1 hour. Now now we are in 1 hour time frame, and you can see also, using the 1 hour candle, the market was also reversing at my points of interest. The market was also reversing at my points of interest. As you can see, this can be another point of interest since the market also has been reversing at this area here. I don't want to use other terms used by smart money concepts. People who use that concept to trade, but looking at this area, I'll not touch anything about fair value gaps, order blocks. I'll not touch about that area because I know I'll be confusing you more. So I want just to make this analysis simple for you. So I'm waiting for, as we enter now the New York session, I'll mark this consolidation here. You can see this market is consolidating here. Now it's hour. So how many hours has the market been consolidating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hours of consolidation. So this was what I'm waiting for. Yes, I have marked my areas of interest again. Remember, I have marked the highest point and the lowest point the market touched at that specific time. So currently now the market is here. So if this hour candle, which has 22 minutes remaining to close, if this candle closes above this area with a what? Remember we said you underline the word body. If that candle closes above that area with a body, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for the next candle to do what? To come down to retest. I'm waiting for the next candle to come down to retest. Then I can enter for buys, then target that area. Now at this consolidating zone, what am I waiting for also? If the buys, we don't get a confirmation for buys, if we get a confirmation for sales, how do we identify the sales now? Now we wait for any candle that we close below this area. Any candle that we close below this area and close with a what? With a body like that, a bearish move. If it closes below this consolidating zone here with a body, then now I can wait for a what? I can wait for a retest. Then I can enter for my what? For my sales like that, retest. Then retest at point B. Then I can enter at point B and do my sales. So I'll be targeting this to be my TP1 at point A, TP2 at this area here. Remember, I'm still using my points of interest. And our TP3 will be at this area. Now, any other question as we proceed? Please let me know where you're watching the video from. Let me know where you're watching the video from. Remember, we have 30 minutes remaining so that we can enter for the New York session. I love trading the New York session a lot. That's my favorite session. Please type your questions. Please type your questions. Please type your questions. Those who are watching, please type your questions if you have any question. Remember, my WhatsApp number is on my bio. Those on YouTube, remember my WhatsApp number is on my description. All about this video, that's where my WhatsApp number is. So as we enter now for New York, we are waiting for confirmation. If we are lucky enough to see this candle close above this area, if we are lucky enough to wait for the market to close above this area, it's a very clear confirmation for what? For body. A body with no wick kama hapana, nimesema just the body. Hata kama iko na wick kubwa aje, I always wait for the body. Sasa tunangoja ni candle which has no wick. Wait for the candle, the body part. I mean the body part, not a candle without a wick. I mean the body. You can have a big candle like this. You can have a big candle like this with a body or without a body. I don't care how the candle looks like. What I always have in mind is I have to wait for the candle to close with a what? The body. Like for this candle here, you can see this candle is already above our consolidating zone. So if this candle decides to close below this area, if it decides to close above this area with this body, now you can see where the body is. If it decides to close there, then I'll wait either for the next candle to retest, or I can even fly with that candle after closing above the area with the body. I can enter still with that candle. Another question. Another question. That's not a clear but we can go to lower time frames to see if we can get confirmation, because I can see the market wants to close above that area. Let's see. Let's go to lower time frames. Yes, you can see we are still waiting for confirmation from that area also. That is 15 minutes. Let's look at 5 minutes. Yeah, that's not very clear move, but we can wait for that 5 minutes candle also to close. So remember, I've started with the 4 hours, then I came down to 1 hour, and remember, I'm doing my analysis based on 1 hour, so I can also use the 1 hour as my entries. And as you can see, after marking this entire area here, when you go to lower time frame, no candle has closed above my area if you go to lower time frame. So these are very strong point of interest. So instead of a wasi mob, instead of all that hassle and headache using 1 minute candle, just use higher time frames. It will give you a bigger picture of what is happening in the market, the direction the market is taking. So another question, Matthew, I can see you have a question about break even. Let's see another question as I answer Matthew. Another question, someone type. Another question. So now, can I answer Matthew? Now, break even is the point at which you find all these, let me say, the buys and the sales zimepatana, au your profits and your losses mali zimekam kupatana. That can be your break even. So if ulikuwa kwa loss alafu all of a sudden ukaingia blues, that can be your break even. Sometimes I always tell people, you don't need to complicate forex a lot. Don't complicate, because the more you complicate, you will have so many questions in mind as you trade. So always take it easy. Take your time to analyze the market. This is interesting. So keep up, kindly be doing more of live trading if you are able to do so. Hapo sawa. I'll try my best. I'll try my best to be very consistent from today. I'll try my best to be very consistent. So so you don't have to worry about so much. Don't complicate. If you complicate your strategy, the market will be very complicated to you, because by the time you think of big terms like break of structure, change of character, order block, fair value gaps, at the end of the day you'll be very confused before you enter your market. But it depends on your trading strategy. It depends on which strategy you are using. I always say every strategy is perfect. You just need discipline and consistency. Yeah, discipline and a lot of consistency. Practice your strategy a lot. Back test your strategy. If you don't have confidence enough, you can back test using demo. That's why we have the demo accounts, so that you can back test your strategy to see if your strategy works well with the market. So that's what I always tell people. So as you can see here, the market has already closed above our area. For instance, the market has closed above this area with a body, a very strong body here. Mili ulikuwa unauliza hiyo swali, you're asking about the wicks and the body. You can see this body here just already closed above this area. You can see this body is above my area. So you can see how the buys are doing well. There's a very nice entry for buys, and your take profit should be at around 29.19. Take profit 1. So that's what I meant trading a consolidating zone like this. So if for the people in on the charts, that's a very nice entry. You can grab some buys as you wait for the market to reverse, since we are entering now the New York session, which is 12 minutes or 14 minutes away. You can enter that area. So that's a very nice entry for buys. That's a very nice entries for buy. I know some people like Kate are already in for buys. I know them, and Dave also. Dave also, big up Maze, and Paul. Paul, big up. You're doing a very nice job. Now, how do I know the retracement is ending? How do I know the retracement is ending? Well, yeah, that's a very tight question. Kate, ni kujiamini tu. Kujiamini. Nikujiamini Kate. You can wait for the second candle to close so that you can enter. Personally, sometimes after the market breaks above my consolidating area or below my consolidating area, I always enter the trade. I always start my trades. I don't wait for so much retracement for gold, because gold most of the time it doesn't come to back to retest, yeah. But other pairs like USD JPY, Euro USD, JPP, USD, all those pairs are very nice pairs for starters and for beginners, where you expect the market to obviously come back to test, then you can enter at your specific points. But for gold, man, you can easily miss an entry for gold as you wait for confirmation or a retest. That's the funny thing about gold. It can just decide to fly and fly. So you can see I'm expecting the market to hit my line at this area. Remember, I'm basing my argument on my previous action, or the market, how the market has been behaving previously. So you can see the market was reversing at this area so many times. So I'm expecting the same to happen here. But if the candle closes above my area again, if the candle closes above this area again with a body, then now I can enter for my buys again and target this area to be my take profit 1 and this area here to be my take profit 2. Yes, another question. I have a nice question there from Nessie. Has been a very nice student. He doesn't meet my meetups also. So Nessie alikuwa nauliza, he was asking those who don't have PC, can you still draw the lines? Yes, I always tell people, if you don't have a PC, don't stress yourself. Sometimes I get caught up in traffic and decide to take a trade from there. I look at the chart and decide just to enter the market. But if you train yourself to be consistent, sometimes you will not even need your PC or your iPad or your template. You will not need it, because when you open your MetaTrader 5 or when you see any chart, you are able to see the possible retracement areas, or you can and use them as your entries. But for those who don't have PC for now, there's a TradingView, which is www.tradingview.com, which is available in your phone. Just visit the website using your phone, register, then you can do what? You can still analyze the market from there. Because if you practice a lot using TradingView, if you practice so many times and you are consistently looking at TradingView, it will be easy for you to even analyze the market using your own MetaTrader 5 or 4 without depending on the TradingView. So you can just use MetaTrader 4 or 5. You can see where the market is going and you make your entries. So practice a lot using your TradingView. Practice a lot. You can draw all these lines using TradingView. The same chart you can see, the same tools you can see on my PC, they are still available using the phone. So just visit the website. You can as well download the app, but I always say the app is not very friendly, but the website is perfect for you. So you can use the website to draw all those lines. Any other question before now we close? Any other question before we close? New York is coming. Remember, guys, New York is coming. Any other question before we close? So are you guys okay? Are you guys satisfied? Any other question? You can type your question on WhatsApp. I forgot to switch on my PC so that I can see the comments on YouTube, but I'll do that during the next session. So any question before we close? It was a brief session, 1 hour session, and because I want to take a trade during New York, I'll be sending signals to the WhatsApp group. Those who are on WhatsApp, I'll send you signals. So I think we can close there. Emily, VP. Latifa, niaje? Hey, Latifa, she was the first person to join my group. Is January my 2025 group. Big up, Maze. I know you've really missed the class, eh? So another question, Millie, another question. So I think now we can close. I'll be giving signals about during the New York session right now, because the market we're entering New York and I want also to take some trades. Then from there, from tomorrow, I'll be live trading with you from London session to New York session, but not Tokyo. I usually don't talk a lot in the morning. I don't like talking a lot in the morning. But you can take some nice entries during the London session and the Tokyo session tomorrow. So guys, see you tomorrow. You can see that there are very nice buys. Those who entered the market, I know you're already in profits. Yes, so guys, cheers, all the best, and remember to